What is up, guys? Spartan D here, and we're back for another Witch's Weapon video. Now, today we're gonna head into a mode that I'm sure people have control over. As you can see, I've already done this, but we're gonna reset it and do it again. Now, for those of you who have Chio, Henriette, like I do, I don't have Nyx yet, but this is essentially where you would get their star-up materials, their upgrade materials, and ranking up materials as well. What I would generally recommend is to save your currency for stuff like this, especially when you're a bit lower of a level. You won't have access to the other chapters and probably won't for a while, simply because there are level restrictions. And as if that wasn't bad enough, you don't really get AP like that. You don't really get action points that often. You have to be considerably choosy with your usage of them. Without further ado, let's get into it. Now, the way this mode works is you set up your witches, and if you so choose, you grab support. Now, you gain access to supports through your guild, so if you can, join the guild whenever possible. Do I have three? I have three. So what I recommend for you to do is grab 4. Doesn't matter which 4. Just grab some. And what you're going to do is, each one of these that you complete, I recommend you start off with your quote-unquote weaker units first. The reason for this is so you can get your HP gauge up as high as possible as soon as you possibly can. Now, you don't want to do it in the way that I did it right there. Reason for that is because, as you see, I have really no healing. So this would not be the best, right? So that is what you don't want to do. That is not how you start that out. Now, what you would like to do, you want to start out with your best team. Reason being is this will be more or less your base health, and it's important that you get it as high as possible. And slowly but surely, you don't want to swap out the entire team. You want to keep your healer and your utility, and swap them out whenever you can, whenever it's possible. This is why Monica's honestly such a staple. It should be a staple in really anyone's team. For this right here, this and this alone, it makes it so it makes it so you don't need a healer. It makes it so you immediately don't need a healer. So let's say you had like Rafi or something, and you didn't necessarily have Monica. That's still fine. It would just be a bit more annoying for you to I swapped. Got the silence. Really good. This is what you want to be doing. This is the type of team that you want for this mode for Maze, because your health will transfer over time. So you want to keep a consistent DPS on your team at all times. You keep the same core of Rafi and whatever. But the main thing you want to be doing is swapping out at least two. Swapping out at least two, using your supports as soon as you can, and making sure you top off your health. So here I'm going to use Kiryu, Samus, keep Beatrice, and I'll keep yes, keep Beatrice and I'll keep Monica. The reason for this is because let's swap the weapons out as well. The reason for this is because I have more than enough healing through Monica, so long as I manage my swap outs and charges well. Here I'm just gonna pop this dispatcher immediately. Now there are some elites that don't necessarily use skills, where it might be difficult to tell what they are. See, like right here, swap out, stunned her. Got a good amount of damage off. Here we just swap out, silencer, easily dispatch, swap back. She's gone. Pretty simple, pretty standard. Block that. Monica makes it very easy to dispatch them. You see how much damage we're doing. And it's over. Just like that. He took relatively no damage. One thing to make note of in this mode, this health gauge that you see, if you do not keep yourself healthy, that's just health that you lose. You don't get that health back, which is why it's so important. This is the reason that I recommended people to pick Monica as their first SSR. Between Aluka, Beatrice, Monica, and Chio, Monica by far has the best usefulness throughout the game's content. And we're showcasing it right here. At this point, it might as well just be a Monica showcase, right? So we're going to swap that out. Since we used them already, now let's do this. Who can we use? Let's use you. This right here is good. And now, as you can see, our health is, you know, constantly rising, but there is a cap, as you see. So what you want to do is get that as filled out as you can. Get that filled out as much as you can. And when necessary, you swap out. Swap back, easy. If you have Ryu, you use her in this mode. She's amazing. Absolutely amazing. As you see, we take absolutely no damage whatsoever. No damage taken whatsoever. We don't need to use any heals right here. There's 2 zones. We don't need to worry about anything here, and we can just wait until it's pretty standard, to be honest. We're just gonna silence her. Just straight up get rid of her. Just patch her. This is fine. Here. Heal up. And right here, we're not going to immediately, we're going to wait. Swap back. Easy. This is the mage in a nutshell. You want to micromanage. This is all that this mode is about, micromanaging. You micromanage well enough, you'll see success in this mode. Always want to have the healer though. Always want to have the healer / utility on this team. So at this point, right, I don't need to touch any more units. My health is good, and I have 4 swap outs to replenish my health if need be. But the way I've managed my health, there's really no need for that. And it's because of my core team and how well structured it is. How well I manage my weapons. So here we can just dispatch her. Pretty standard, and we swap right back. Here, we give that a bit of a rest. We don't need to use it, wait for that. And they're all stunned. You want to pay attention to the enemies and their attack pattern so you can time Monika's abilities properly. In here, like generally, I would use Ray's special for, you know, I would use her attacks and her special for something like the boss here. But it's perfectly fine. We dispatch them quite easily. We swap back out, and it's already over. It's already over. There's not too much to say with this team. It does its job quite well. It does its job quite well, as you can see. That's not too much to it. Just smooth sailing. As you can see, Ray and Beatrice are my 2 DPSers, and they're phenomenal boss killers. Rafi is my utility / healer. So is Beatrice. She's my buffer / DPSer. Ray is my just straight up damage output. And Monika here, she has CC, she has damage reduction, she has healing, she has damage. So she fulfills quite a lot of roles, and that's why I recommend people to pick her. Just want to block that. Just want to block that. Now for her. Smack that. Just heal up. Look for them. Stun them. Easy. As you see here, we're doing a crap ton of damage. Pretty standard. Not too much here to talk about. Do that if you can. Hold on a second. Once I kill her. Now, this one silence her, get rid of her. Do this, just to heal fully. Pretty simple. Again, not too much to be said here. It's pretty, it's pretty cookie cutter. There's not too much here to be discussed. This is Barrier Maze in a nutshell. This is what it consists of. Consistency and your ability to deal with it. And as you can see, if you notice, I had like 28,000-ish HP, and right here I'm starting with 27,000. That's why managing your HP is so important. It is very important that you manage your HP. She used an ability, so I switched to Beatrice to get that silence off, and you see how much damage we're doing. Absolutely insane. We just keep ourselves topped off. Pretty standard. Gray is my trash killer simply because I'm going to silence her first. The reason being is because I don't need to silence her. Now we're going to swap to Beatrice. She already died. GG. Yeah, I believe this is the last one, so what we're going to do is swap. Block that damage. Get rid of them. Now, I did say that Ray is essentially just like, you know, pure damage, but that's not necessarily true. Reason being is because in her passive, when a regular enemy is below 50%, there's a 4% chance that one of your attacks will instantly kill them. And for elites, it's 25% or below. So you have to keep that in mind. And that's not just with Ray's weapons, it's with every single weapon. So it's really good in the sense of you don't need to keep using her. Once they get below that threshold, you can use any weapon and they'll die at some point if you can get that 4% chance. Doesn't seem like it would proc all that often, but it honestly does. It procs quite a bit. A lot more often than you think. Here, we'll just silence her, get rid of her. Here, I'm gonna block. Out here. For whatever reason, she decides to do this. We can swap the Beatrice. We can take the damage. She gets silenced. Now we're stunned, so we're not going to get that much damage off, but it's enough to kill her. And that's all we're looking for. And here, we can just swap back and forth. Use that, and we're done. You don't have to hold your after skills too much. You can be quite free with them if you choose to. You just follow these steps that I've suggested and you'll be fine. This mode will not prove any sort of difficulty for you if you follow these guidelines, these steps, how to, you know, build your team properly. If you watched a team building guide, overall guide. Yeah, man, it's not too much to say here, honestly. Like, she gets silent, she can't do anything, it's over. Here we just swap. We can just openly swap. And then here, swap to Beatrice, get that silence off. Destroyed. Destroyed. Not a whole lot they can do. Here, we're just gonna heal ourselves full because we can. This team does what it needs to, when it needs to, however it needs to. You one shot. GG. And they're probably not expecting you to, they're probably not expecting you to do it so quickly. But it's really not that difficult. Damn. I lost a bit of HP there because Ray's passive procced and I insta-killed the very second the very second that mob dropped below 50. So be careful with that. It's not really that big a deal. Like, as you see, like, we just don't lose health with this team. That's why Monica is such a good compliment to Rafi. Like, they're a core. They are, in fact, a core. They complement each other very well. Okay, cool. We're just gonna pop their ability. We're gonna swap to Jesus. Actually, we're gonna swap to Rafi. Do this. Swap back out. Swap to Beatrice. It's fine. We still have the defense from Rafi, and she's easily dispatched. We just heal back. Go. We just want to instantly pop that. The sooner we pop that with how much MP Ray has, we end up dispatching them quite easily. Here, I'm just going to swap back to Ray. Swap to Monica. And we're gonna wait for Rafi to use her heal. She uses it when she hits the 50% threshold. Right here. Now we swap to Beatrice, get the silence, and she's gonna get obliterated. Swap back. Back, full heal. There we go. Now, I'm sure you guys have noticed the drops. This is the main draw of the maze. The materials that you get from it can save you a lot of farming. It's actually pretty good. It also gives you a decent amount of gold, and every now and then you'll get these chips which you can use for, you know, materials that you might need that are in the store. Refreshes every day, so you want to make sure you do these because there is quite a bit of value in this. This is not something that you want to miss, because I'm sure you guys have noticed AP is finite. Unfortunately, it is not as frequent as it could be. No, not too much you can do about that. It's just the way that it is. You know, she does crap ton of damage. We're just gonna pop everything here. Get rid of them. See how well we time that? Right before the elite boss died, she got an attack in. I noticed that. I also noticed that the one mob was also attacking, like here. That time I didn't, you know, time it that great. But it's fine. We don't really need to time it against these bosses. I mean, excuse me, not bosses. These trash mobs. They don't really serve a purpose. Spray is going to do massive amounts of damage no matter what. We swap back and we finish them off. Pretty much all there is to it to this. See, we finished with 100% HP. Makes the mode quite easy. It's not really there's not really any difficulty here. You shouldn't have any difficulty. If you have this team and you're making the necessary swaps like I am, and you're managing your MP well, you should have zero issue clearing the maze all the way through. It'll take some time. I'll do different builds. You don't necessarily have to run this one to be successful. This is just what I am choosing. Here we just do that to stun them. We just want them away from us. We switch to Rye. Get rid of all of them. Here we can spawn to Rafi. Actually, as a matter of fact, let's swap to Beatrice. Just get rid of her. Pretty simple. Essentially maxed out. Gonna have to be perfect all the time, just enough to get through. It's a nice wallpaper there. And here we go, last stage. Last stage. Now, a team that you could run is Vera, Chio, Rafi, and Monica. They accomplish the same thing, just in a different way, but they meet the same here. Let's go ahead and pop them on. Just for the sake of doing so. And this is a good opportunity to showcase Chio and her amazing prowess. in her niche ability in her active skill. Now, Chio has a pretty good ability in the sense of wait, popping him. Here we go. Get all of them stunned. Back. Hold. Boom. Stun. Swap back. Give him a rest. This team accomplishes the same thing. Pretty standard. Here we do this just because we can. There you go. Now this right here is perfect. If we can get her to activate it. Might not be able to, unfortunately. Just want to get rid of her. Bit of a nuisance. Unfortunately, I think we were able to. We weren't able to showcase Chio's amazing counter. These weren't the elites to try that on. But there you have it. That is Barrier Maze. That's it. There you go. Pretty much done. Didn't get to see our rewards, which sucks. And see what the rewards were. But that's fine. Yep. Just follow those steps and you guys will be fine. We cleared that in a decent time. But with that being said, guys, that will conclude this video. If you have any questions on what team you can run if you don't have these units, feel free to message me on Witches Weapons official Discord, and I'll be happy to advise you on what teams you can run instead of the one that, you know, I have, because not everyone went for Monica. That much I understand. You don't necessarily need Monica to do the barrier maze, however she makes it significantly easy. She makes it a joke. She honestly just makes it a joke. So if you don't have her, you should probably save up for when her banner comes to get her. She is worth it if you already have a really good DPSer and you just need that one last slot for someone like her, because there aren't too many units like her. If you don't have her, Ryu fulfills the same role, just not on a moment's notice like Monica does via her shield. Ryu does it through her active skill, which in the area, which is 6 yards, is pretty big. The barrier, you take 60% or less damage, or, you know, up to 1.2 thousand, whichever comes first. Significantly less than Monica's, which is why she's such a staple on most, if not all, teams. But Ryu also has utility in healing as well as Monica. Again, it's just not, you know, at a moment's notice like Monica's is. You get 6% of your max HP for every enemy you defeat in there, so it's really good if you use it for, let's say, trash mobs that die easily and you need to heal up, or just for the damage reduction. But yeah. With that being said, I want to thank you all for watching. Love you much, and I will see you all next time.